My child, my beloved, you are seeing this in a moment when heaven has finally decided that you cannot take another step without knowing the truth that was hidden from you. Listen closely. Your heart has been beating differently for a reason. It feels like something is calling your name from above the clouds today. This is not something you made up. This is divine alignment, and it is happening right now. Before you even opened this video, your spirit knew. There was a pull, an inexplicable urge that brought you here. That wasn't random. That was heaven arranging this divine appointment between your soul and this message. You may have scrolled past this video once or twice before finally clicking. You may have hesitated, wondering if this was meant for you. My beloved, that hesitation was the last resistance before breakthrough. You are here now, and that is all that matters. Heaven opened a scroll with your name written on it. Not written yesterday, not written last week. Your name was inscribed on this scroll before the foundation of the earth, before your first breath, before your first heartbreak. When your name touched the light today, a sound echoed through the realms. It is time. The angels who have been watching over your journey stood at attention. The season of waiting is concluding. What was written for you cannot be taken away. My beloved, it is sealed in eternity, but it can be delayed if you turn away from this moment. That is why Archangel Michael is calling you with such urgency. Divine opportunities have windows, and chances like this don't return once they pass. This isn't meant to create fear. This is meant to awaken awareness. You are in a sacred moment, and consciousness is required. An angel with a golden envelope stepped forward in the kingdom above, sealed with a flame only God could create. This wasn't ordinary fire. This was the fire that burns but doesn't consume. The fire that purifies and protects. When the seal broke, all spirits in heaven fell silent. Even the winds stopped. The atmosphere shifted. Your name was called out with authority and tenderness. Your destiny was read aloud not as a possibility, but as a certainty. Your wedding invitation, written by the hand that made your breath, was sent forth into the realm where spiritual things become physical realities. That invitation carries a name that will change everything you thought you knew about love, timing, and fate. Not just any name. Not a name drawn from a pool of options. The name, the one name that perfectly complements yours. The soul whose frequency matches yours so precisely that when you finally connect, it will feel like two halves of one whole finally reuniting. This person has lived lifetimes searching for you, my beloved, through every incarnation of their soul's journey, through every experience that shaped them, through every relationship that taught them what love isn't. So they would recognize what love is when they found you. This soul could feel you even when you thought no one could see you. On your darkest nights, when you wept into your pillow, when you questioned your worth, when you wondered if you would ever be chosen, this soul was feeling your pain across the spiritual distance. They were praying for you without knowing your name. They were asking God to protect you, guide you, prepare you for the moment your paths would cross. The angels gasped when this invitation was sent, not because they were surprised. Heaven doesn't do surprise. They gasped because they know what happens when two souls chosen by God finally meet. They have witnessed it throughout human history. They have seen how divine unions shift atmospheres, alter destinies, and create ripples that affect generations. Your coming together isn't just about your personal happiness, my child. It is about kingdom purpose. It is about unlocking something in both of you that can only be accessed through union. You have been asking God if true love still remembers you. You have wondered if you have been forgotten, if your prayers for partnership have fallen on deaf ears. You have watched others find love while you remained alone, and you have questioned what is wrong with you. Today, heaven answers definitively. Yes, my child. Not only does love remember you, but love has been preparing for you. The season of loneliness is ending, not might end, not could possibly end, is ending. Right now, as you hear these words, if this truth is stirring in your spirit right now, don't stay silent. Alignment responds to recognition. When you acknowledge what heaven is revealing, you activate the frequency that draws it closer. Type Amen in the comments, a simple but powerful declaration. I accept what heaven is offering. I am no longer alone. I am open to the divine connection moving toward me. This isn't just typing a word. This is a spiritual action. Your words carry creative power. When you speak agreement with heaven's plan, you set forces in motion that were waiting for your permission to move. Let your spirit say yes before your mind catches up. Your mind will offer doubts, questions, logical arguments about why this couldn't possibly be true. Let your spirit move first. Faith doesn't wait for understanding. Faith leaps, and understanding follows. Stay with me, because what comes next will take you deeper into what God has already begun. I am going to reveal details about this divine connection that will make your soul say, "This is real. This is for me. This is happening." Faith, a spiritual battle for your blessing, Faye. My beloved, before this message could reach you, there was a war in the spiritual realm. Darkness tried repeatedly to stop these words from penetrating your consciousness. That is why Michael, the warrior archangel, stands beside you right now, protecting this sacred moment. His sword is drawn. His presence is a shield around your heart as you receive this revelation. This message was blocked 3 times in the spiritual realm. The first blockage came through distraction, other videos, notifications, obligations that tried to pull your attention away before you could click. The second blockage came through doubt, that whisper that said, "This isn't for you. You have heard messages like this before and nothing changed." The third blockage came through weariness, that part of you that is tired of hoping, tired of believing, tired of being disappointed. 3 times the enemy tried to hide your destiny. 3 times God commanded with thunderous authority, "Release it anyway." My child will see this message. My child will know the truth. My child's season is changing, and nothing will prevent this announcement. And here you are. You broke through every distraction. You pushed past every doubt. You found strength despite your weariness. That is not coincidence, my beloved. That is your spirit fighting for its own breakthrough. Because deep down, your soul knows something real is on the other side of this message. You weren't meant to see this last year. You weren't ready then. The wounds were too fresh. The walls were too high. The pain was too sharp. You weren't meant to see this last month. The healing was still in progress. The clarity was still forming. You are seeing this today because your spirit has reached a tipping point of readiness. And heaven moves when readiness meets divine timing. Right now, at this very moment, someone with a claim on your future has been dreaming about you. Not daydreaming. Having actual dreams where your presence, your energy, your essence shows up. They wake up with a feeling they cannot explain. They go through their days with this strange awareness that something significant is about to shift in their life. They are calling your name in the silence of their prayers, asking God, "When will I meet them? How will I know them? Are they thinking of me too?" And God answered their prayer by orchestrating this exact moment. God said, "Watch. I am about to awaken them to the truth. I am about to prepare their heart to receive you. I am about to align the paths so precisely that when you meet, there will be no doubt this was divine arrangement." Their heart and yours are meant to unite at this exact moment in history. Not earlier, not later now. Everything that held you back in past relationships, the betrayals, the disappointments, the heartbreaks that made you wonder if you would ever recover, all of it was preparing you. Every person who left wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Every relationship that ended wasn't failure. It was filtration. God was separating what wasn't meant for you, so there would be room for what was. Everything that hurt you was teaching you what you truly need. Everything that confused you was showing you what clarity feels like by contrast. Every tear you cried was watering seeds of strength, wisdom, and discernment. You didn't know it at the time, but you were being shaped into the person who could receive and steward the love that is coming. You have no idea how close they already are, my child. Spiritually, your souls are already intertwined. The connection has already been established in the heavenly realms. Now it is just a matter of that spiritual reality manifesting in the physical dimension. Your lives are converging like 2 rivers that have flowed separately for years, carving their own paths through valleys and mountains, finally meeting at the precise geographical point where their waters were always meant to merge. This union wasn't arranged by human hands. No matchmaker orchestrated this. No dating app could engineer this level of compatibility. No human wisdom could have designed this connection. It was written by God's own hand in the book of eternal purposes. Your names were written side by side before galaxies were formed. This is ancient. This is celestial. This is unstoppable. You stand on the verge of a miracle that has been waiting for you to say yes. Not a miracle you need to strive for or earn. A miracle that is already approved, already wrapped, already on its way. Your only job is to remain open, stay ready, and trust the process even when the physical evidence hasn't caught up to the spiritual reality yet. Heaven just revealed something profound to me for you. This moment right now, as you take in these words, marks the beginning of transformation. This isn't just information you are receiving. This is activation. Something in your spiritual DNA is being switched on. That is why you feel unusual warmth in your chest. That is why your breathing has shifted. That is why you feel emotion rising. Your spirit recognizes truth before your mind can process it. That is why your spirit feels awakened after a long sleep. You have been in a kind of spiritual hibernation, protecting your heart, conserving your hope. But spring has come. The thaw has begun. Your heart is emerging from its protective shell because the climate has changed. The season has shifted. It is safe to hope again. It is safe to believe again. It is safe to open again. Divine planning brought you here. There are no accidents in heaven's design. Every click that led you to this video, every algorithm that suggested this content, every moment of your day that freed you up to watch right now, all orchestrated. God doesn't do random. God does precise. Faithy soul, you have already met Faye. Let me tell you something that will send chills through your entire being. The person named on that golden invitation is someone you have already met spiritually. Not physically, not yet, but in the realm where souls communicate beyond words, beyond bodies, beyond time and space. You two have been dancing around each other for months, maybe years. Your souls recognize each other. There is a frequency, a vibration that your spirit emits, and their spirit has been tuned to that exact frequency. Think of it like a radio signal. There are millions of stations broadcasting, but only one receiver that is perfectly calibrated to pick up your unique transmission. They are that receiver. You are theirs. Even if you have never met physically, even if you have never exchanged a single word in the natural realm, you feel connected across the silence. You have experienced this, haven't you? Those moments when you are going about your day and suddenly you feel a presence, not physical, not visible, but unmistakable. Like someone just walked into your awareness, like an invisible hand just touched your shoulder, like someone whispered your name even though you are completely alone. You may have experienced waves of longing that come out of nowhere. You are not even thinking about relationships and suddenly your heart aches with this deep yearning. Not for anyone specific, just yearning. That is your soul reaching across the distance, sensing its counterpart, calling out to the one it is meant to connect with. You may have had memories of a love you never actually experienced. You will be listening to a song, watching a sunset, or just lying in bed, and you will feel this overwhelming sense of nostalgia for a relationship that hasn't happened yet. It is like missing someone you have never met. That is not crazy. That is not imagination. That is soul memory. Your spirit remembers the blueprint of this connection that was established before you were born. You may have had the persistent thought that someone somewhere is thinking about you. You cannot prove it. You cannot explain it. But you feel their attention on you like warmth from an invisible sun. You sense their prayers covering you. You feel their heart reaching toward yours through realms you cannot see. That is them, my beloved. That is your divine counterpart thinking about you, praying about you, preparing for you. Heaven has been preparing the meeting ground. In the spiritual realm, things are now being lined up with precision. The path that was once covered with obstacles is getting clear. Doors that were locked are swinging open. Connections that were dormant are activating. Circumstances that seemed impossible are shifting. Geographic distances are closing. Schedules are aligning. Every element necessary for your divine encounter is being arranged by invisible hands. Do not underestimate what God is orchestrating for you right now. While you are going about your daily life working, eating, sleeping, managing responsibilities, Heaven is working overtime on your behalf. Angels are moving obstacles. Spiritual forces are clearing pathways. Divine timing is calculating down to the precise moment when your paths will intersect. If you feel the weight of this shift, share this message, not to show off, not to prove anything, but because when you share divine words, you give them power to move further, wider, deeper. What God sends out through you doesn't diminish, it multiplies. It is a spiritual principle. What you make room for in others, you make room for in yourself. Someone in your circle, your family, your friend group, your network, someone needs this truth right now. They are drowning in discouragement. They have given up on love. They are settling for less because they don't believe they can have more. Your act of sharing might be the message that saves their hope. And when you extend hope to another heart, you strengthen your own faith. Heaven often brings breakthroughs through obedience to small promptings, that gentle nudge to share something, say something, do something. Those aren't random thoughts. Those are divine instructions. When you obey them, you set up dominoes of blessing that you cannot even see yet. There has been a turning point right now, today. This moment, blessings that were held back until now are being released. Not dripped, released like a dam breaking, like floodgates opening. The spiritual atmosphere around your life has shifted from not yet to now, from prepare to receive, from wait to watch this. This is where information becomes activation. You are not just learning facts about your future, you are participating in its manifestation. Every word you receive with faith becomes a building block. Every truth you accept becomes a foundation stone. Every promise you believe becomes a magnet drawing its fulfillment toward you. My child, your heart already knows something real is happening for you. That is not wishful thinking. That is spiritual discernment. Your spirit is more accurate than your circumstances. Your intuition is more reliable than your current reality. What you feel happening in the unseen realm is more true than what you see in the visible one. If you feel the weight of this shift, and I believe you do, we need to seal it with your participation. In the comments below, type Amen to show that you are not resisting this moment or what heaven is about to deliver. This isn't superstition. This isn't religious ritual. This is spiritual communication. When you type Amen, you are saying, I hear you, heaven, I receive this word, I agree with this plan. I align myself with this timing. I open myself to this miracle. I release resistance. I drop defensiveness. I let go of doubt. I choose faith. I choose readiness. I choose yes. It is not just a word, it is agreement. It is alignment. It is your spirit getting in sync with God's timing, God's plan, God's perfect choreography of your love story. Write it with purpose. Write it with consciousness. Write it like you mean it, because this simple act of obedience activates angelic movement on your behalf. And stay in the present. Don't skim ahead. Don't rush through. Heaven speaks in layers, and each layer has significance. What comes next will reveal even more about the divine connection that is moving toward you right now, Faithy. Divine timeline fee. Before I reveal the next part, understand this. You didn't find this randomly. You were called, chosen, invited. When God writes an invitation, it reaches the right person. Nothing harmful surrounds you right now. Take a deep breath. Invisible hands are preparing your spirit for incoming truth. There is a reason you want to keep watching. This message reaches your soul before your mind, a whisper calling your name through the veil. Pulling at your spirit, heaven has witnessed your silent suffering. Every lonely night, every moment wondering why love avoided you, every prayer asking, when is my turn? Your tears were never forgotten. Your prayers were always heard. God saved your tears as seeds, my beloved. Now those seeds are sprouting. This isn't the beginning of your miracle. It is when your miracle manifests. There is divine urgency in the spiritual realms this week. Angels aren't drifting. They are moving rapidly toward you with blessings that were held up, blocked, or hidden. Your wedding invitation wasn't sent prematurely. Heaven sent it the exact moment you became ready for the love always meant to find you. Let me show you what happened. When God opened the book of destinies, specific pages glowed with fire that wouldn't extinguish. Your page burned brightest. Written across it was a covenant, an eternal promise that your heart would not remain unmatched. But there was a condition: perfect timing. Not early when you weren't healed, not late when hope had died. But now, when your soul carries both strength and surrender, faithy signs you are about to see Faye within days or weeks. You will notice specific signs. Listen carefully, my child. Faye first, asterisk asterisk, you will experience unexpected peace about being single. Not resignation peace, a knowing that something is shifting. Faye second, asterisk asterisk, you will feel drawn to specific places, activities, or decisions you wouldn't normally choose. Follow these impulses, they are divine redirections positioning you for the encounter. Third, asterisk asterisk, you will see repeated numbers, especially combinations with your birth date or numbers that hold personal meaning. These are celestial confirmations that angels are actively working. Faye fourth, asterisk asterisk, you will have vivid dreams about partnership, marriage, or meeting someone significant. These aren't fantasies, they are spiritual previews of coming reality. Fifth, asterisk asterisk, someone from your past may resurface with an apology or closure. This is heaven clearing space in your heart, releasing old attachments that would block the new. Face, asterisk asterisk, you will experience sudden clarity about what you truly desire in partnership. Confusion lifts, standards become crystal clear. This is divine preparation, God aligning your vision with His choice for you. My beloved, when these signs appear, don't dismiss them as coincidence. Heaven is speaking in the language your soul understands. Faye who? This person is Faye. Let me describe the soul written for you. They carry qualities you have prayed for. Some you have never articulated, but your spirit always knew it needed. They have been broken before, so they handle hearts carefully. They understand pain, which means they will be gentle with yours. They have learned that true love isn't performance. It is presence, patience, protection. They will see you completely, not the version you present to the world, but the authentic soul you hide. And they will not run. They will choose you repeatedly, even when you are difficult, even when you are healing, even when you are showing parts of yourself others rejected. This person has been asking God about you too, my child. They have felt incomplete, sensing someone is missing. They have looked at their life and wondered, who am I meant to build this with? They are closer than you imagine. They might be someone you haven't met yet, or someone you know casually who will suddenly see you differently, and you will see them differently too. Divine timing will make the introduction undeniable. Faithy three-step preparation. Faye Heaven asks three things from you as this unfolds. Fayon, asterisk asterisk, stay open. Don't let past disappointments close your heart. I know you have been hurt. I know you have built walls, but love was never your enemy. The wrong people were. The right person is different. Trust that God's choice for you isn't like your past experiences. Faitwo, asterisk asterisk, do the inner work now. Address lingering wounds, limiting beliefs, and patterns that don't serve you. When this person arrives, you want to meet them as your healed, whole self, not your wounded, guarded self. Healing isn't required to receive love, but it allows you to experience it fully. Faith 3. Asterisk asterisk, maintain faith during the wait. Between this moment and the meeting, time will feel strange. Some days it will feel imminent, other days impossible. Don't let wavering external circumstances shake your internal knowing. What is written in heaven manifests on earth. It is only a matter of timing. If you are committed to these 3 steps, write "I am ready" in the comments. This declaration isn't for me, it is for your own spirit, announcing to the universe that you are aligned and available for divine love. Faithy meeting itself. Faye, when you finally encounter this person, the moment will feel surreal yet familiar. You might experience a sudden nervous excitement you cannot explain, a sense of recognition, as if you have known them forever, conversation flowing effortlessly, without the usual awkwardness of new connections, a calm certainty that something significant is happening, time feeling distorted, hours passing like minutes. This will not be loud or dramatic. It will be quiet and powerful. Your heart will recognize them before your mind processes it. Your intuition will confirm what your soul already knows. And here is what makes it divine. The timing will explain everything. You will understand why previous relationships ended, why certain doors closed, why you had to wait, why the journey took this particular path. Every detour will suddenly make sense as the road that led you here. Faith, the bigger purpose. Your union serves a purpose beyond personal happiness. When two souls chosen by God come together, they become a force that impacts everyone around them. Your combined presence will inspire others who have lost hope in love. Your relationship will demonstrate what divine partnership looks like, not perfect, but purposeful. You will help each other unlock gifts that remained dormant when you were alone. This union will propel you both toward your higher callings. Things you were meant to do but couldn't alone, you will accomplish together. Missions you have sensed but couldn't articulate will become clear. That is why heaven guarded this so carefully. Ordinary connections happen daily. This one is extraordinary. What to do right now, while heaven orchestrates behind the scenes. Here is what you can actively do. Release resentment toward past relationships. ***, forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was acceptable. It means you are no longer carrying the weight. Forgive for your freedom, not their redemption. Clarify your non-negotiables. ***, know the difference between preferences and requirements. Be willing to compromise on preferences but firm on values. Become the partner you want to attract. ***, embody the qualities you seek. Want loyalty? Be loyal. Want growth-mindedness? Grow yourself. Want emotional availability? Do your emotional work. Create space for them. ***, if your life is crowded with distractions, obligations that drain you, or connections that don't serve you, start clearing space. You cannot receive what is coming if there is no room. Trust divine timing. ***, on hard days when you are tempted to settle or give up, remember this message. Remember, heaven has a plan. Remember, your name is written on an invitation already sent. The final truth. My beloved child, I need you to hear this clearly. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not unworthy of extraordinary love. Every person who walked away made room for the one who will stay. Every heartbreak strengthened you for the love that will not break you. Every lonely night was preparation for a partnership that will feel like home. God doesn't make mistakes with matters of the heart. He doesn't promise what he will not deliver. He doesn't start what he will not complete. Your miracle is in motion. Your destiny is manifesting. Your divine partner is coming. Stay in faith. Stay open. Stay ready. Your next step. If this message resonated with your spirit, I need you to do 3 simple things. First, * leave Amen in the comments as your agreement with heaven's plan for your life. This isn't superstition. It is spiritual activation. Your words carry power. Second, ***, subscribe to this channel so you never miss the messages meant specifically for you. Heaven often speaks through consistent channels, and your subscription ensures divine guidance reaches you at the exact moment you need it. Third, ***, share this with someone who needs hope in their love journey. When you extend hope to others, you strengthen your own faith. Blessings multiply when shared. The life you have been praying for is closer than you think. The love you have been asking for is already on its way. The miracle you have been waiting for has already begun. Heaven sees you. Heaven hears you. Heaven is moving for you. Stay blessed, stay believing, and stay ready for the divine love story written with your name on it. This is not the end, my child. This is the beginning of everything heaven promised you before you even asked. Until we meet again, walk in faith, knowing you are divinely loved and never alone. Amen.